this is Samantha here from RecipeThis.com and the voice behind the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to air fry Yorkshire puddings. I'm talking homemade Yorkshire puddings that, of course, if you would rather do frozen, head over to RecipeThis.com, search Yorkshire, and you can get both this recipe and the frozen version. Before we share this amazing recipe with you, we recommend that you head over to RecipeThis.com. At the top of the site is a search bar, and you can search for any of our recipes that are featured on our YouTube channel. So this makes it really easy. So if you see one of our videos and you want step-by-step photos or a free printable recipe card, then that search box is amazing. And then if you scroll down below that, you'll be able to see our categories. And what you can do is, let's say you've got an Instant Pot, you can click on the link just for Instant Pot recipes. The same for the air fryer, slow cooker, soup maker, Thermomix, or whichever recipe you've got. And best of all, I highly recommend you enter your email address and sign up for our weekly newsletter. In our weekly newsletter, we feature all our latest recipes, as long as tips, tricks, popular previous recipes, and so much more. And we just really would like it if you join. And then when you do join, you can reply to any of our newsletters and you'll get direct email response from me or my husband Dominic, and it's just brilliant. You can also look through the archives of our entire site. So let's say you're looking for Christmas ideas, then you can look at December of the previous year or the year before that for some great ideas, search for our categories and do so much more. We've got 1,400 plus kitchen gadget recipes on Recipe This, and I just cannot wait to see you over there and welcome you to the Recipe This family. So what you need, flour in the bowl. And then let's add in our egg. Then add in one large egg. And then you want to add in a fork and then gradually incorporate the egg. And then once you're satisfied that the egg is incorporated, then you can add in your milk. So add in a bit of milk at a time and then slowly mix it in. And then let's add in some more milk. We've got almost all of the milk in there now. And then I'm adding in the last of the milk now. And then what I'm also adding in now is some salt and pepper. And then let's get back to the fork and the batter. I find it easier to incorporate the ingredients with the fork. You can go straight in with a whisk at this point if you'd rather. And then check for any lumps at the bottom. And then once you've done this, I'm going to transfer to the whisk. And you want to give it a good whisking until you start to get bubbles appearing, and then your Yorkshire pudding batter can sit still for a bit, because the secret to perfect Yorkshires is to leave them sat on the side for a bit. So as you can see, we're starting to get bubbles. You just want to make sure it's perfectly mixed. There's no lumps. And you can see that the bubbles are starting to come to now. And then, now you've got that, the other organisational thing you can do with this recipe to keep yourself ahead and ready to go is to put that to one side, and then to look at your air fryer, and then you want to use some pudding tins like these and fill each of them with a teaspoon of beef dripping or another favourite fat, because we're going to get those sizzling before we add in the batter. So then just let them sit for now, and once this is done 10 minutes sat on the side, then you can start warming up your beef dripping. 3, 2, 1, and we've beeped. And now let's have a look. Your beef dripping is now sizzling, and now Dominic is going to show you how to pour them into the containers. And we've got a bowl that's got its own pourer, so it makes it even easier. And you'll notice the sizzle that you get as they go in. And then an even distribution between them. And then you have to be fast with them. So Dominic's going to get them straight on now, and it's 200 Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, 10 minutes. And then we're going to be turning them. And we've beeped. Oh wow. Oh, these are gorgeous. I can't believe how amazing they are already. So now your job is to flip them. And would you believe it? I haven't got any tongs. So this one's stuck a bit. Oh, no, it isn't. And this one. And this is the final one. Right, so once they're all turned over, another 5 minutes at 200 and they'll be done. 5 minutes, 200 Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, and we should have good Yorkies. And we've beeped. So let's check on our homemade Yorkshire pudding, shall we? They look absolutely brilliant. Who says you can't make homemade Yorkshires in the air fryer? And now, of course, flip them back over without burning yourself, of course. Like I said, I would normally use tongs, and I would recommend using tongs. But we're not at home at the moment, and I've already packed them. So anyway, they're the Yorkshire puddings. There's 6 of them there. You can easily cook them in batches. We've got the other air fryer on at the moment, also doing the rest of the Yorkshire pudding batter, and they'll be ready soon. So there you have it. That's how to do Yorkshire puddings in the air fryer. And of course, head over to recipethis.com, search Yorkshire for the full recipe and free printable recipe card. So these are the Yorkshire puddings. You know, the thing about them is a lot of people like them with the holes, and you can literally just poke through them if you want the holes. But this is how they naturally come out when you cook them in the air fryer. And you get the odd one that naturally generates the hole anyway. So what they like? Heaven. So lovely. And because you've turned them over, you get a lovely golden colour on the bottom as well. Don't forget to do that, because otherwise they go really, really doughy. And they're absolutely lovely. You can do as few or as many as you want. We find this recipe works better compared to others that we've done, because if you add more than 1 egg, they seem to rise too much and they end up burning in the air fryer because they touch the top of it. And use pudding tins if you can, because they do a much better job than ramekins do. And don't forget to serve them with some of our air fry roast beef, and head over to recipethis.com for plenty of British roast dinner recipes. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Recipe This family. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook and Pinterest. We also have a weekly newsletter at recipethis.com/newsletter, where we share with you our latest kitchen gadget recipes, what we're cooking in the Milner kitchen, and so much more. As well as this, we recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then whenever we have a new video, you will be the first to know. And if you want to know about all our future videos, then I recommend you hit the bell for instant notifications. But even better, we now have a podcast. It's called Magic with Gadgets. Simply search Magic with Gadgets on your favourite podcast player and you'll find us there.